Lip sync challenges are taking the world by storm, and the Arizona Humane Society didn't want to miss out on all the fun. Today, you're going to see our version of Rescue Me if you haven't seen it already. That and so much more right here on Pets on Parade. Afternoon and welcome to Pets on Parade, brought to you by 3TV. My name is Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. Thank you so much for tuning in with us this week. Now, if you have never seen a version of Pets on Parade, you're going to find out that we have some absolutely adorable pets, including Frankie here, who is quite a unique mix. Perry's going to tell you all about him in just a few minutes. And if you've seen How to Train Your Dragon, then you know that this character is super cute, and his name is Toothless. Lucky for all of us, we have another cutie in studio with the same name and just as cute, if not cuter. We also have lots of adorable kittens who are looking for their forever homes, including the adorable Patch, who is absolutely loving these pets by Ski. So he's going to introduce you to him in just a few minutes as well. And you saw the animated version of Toothless a little bit ago. Now it's time to meet the Arizona Humane Society's version of Toothless. This sweet boy is 13 weeks old and is a great example of kittens who are found as strays and cared for in place. So that means when you find kittens that are orphaned, or even if they are with their mom still, you care for them and give they need until they're old enough to be spayed or neutered. Janine's going to give you a little bit more information on what to do with that in just a few minutes. But Toothless here loves to lay on the couch, play with string, and even will play with some rolled up bags. So those are super cheap toys that can keep this cutie entertained. Meet this little boy today and see his adorable face in person. Our first pup of the show definitely takes the cake on being unique looking. Perry, please tell us all about little Frankie boy.
Little Frankie boy was rescued by our EAMTs. He came in with tick infestation. He had lesions all over his body and some hair loss kind of really all over. And, you know, those EAMTs of ours, we have said this many times, they're not just ambulance drivers. What they are trained to do is administer medication and set catheters and stabilize the animal in the field so that that's critical moments between the time they get back to our hospital, they stand a chance. And this guy is a beauty. He is an absolutely gorgeous mix. I think we're calling this guy an Australian Shepherd mix, and I would have to agree with that. There are no doggies that come in with this coat pattern and these blue eyes that probably wouldn't be an Australian Shepherd mix. I guess that's why he got his name of Frankie, the blue-eyed one. You know, like I said, we do a lot of rescue at the Arizona Humane Society, and of the 17,000 animals that came in last year, 11,000 of them, almost two-thirds, spent time in our Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital. So we can't do it alone, though. The hospital's the first step. Then Foster D came into the picture. Dee took Frankie into her home and raised a great puppy. He is a wonderful boy. He loves sitting on your lap. He's very well behaved. He walks good on a leash. Look at those blue eyes. Frankie boy, come on down and check him out.
Ice blue. Wow. Thank you, Perry. And we have an absolutely incredible transformation that honestly, I really can't even believe it myself after seeing this pup in our trauma hospital. Arby arrived at AHS with severe hair loss, wounds and scabs all over his body, as you can see on the left side. Had swollen paws and cloudy eyes. He was walking and can hardly stand. Not to mention was extremely shut down emotionally. He finally began lightly responding to Laura's voice, a member of AHS's trauma hospital surgery team who would soon become his foster hero. In 2 months, he had come from being totally shut down and seeming like he had given up on life to being a super social little boy who just loves everyone and everything. This is what Laura said, and he has also been a heartwarming inspiration every step of the way. This is a great example of a life that is not only saved by the Arizona Humane Society, but also saved because of a foster hero. Sign up at azhumane.org/foster today. And it's almost fall, and that means some people might be making it out to the pumpkin patch soon. So it's very appropriate that we have our very own patch today, Ski.
Oh, yes. And this patch is going to be way more affectionate than any jack-o'-lantern. She was found by a stray. She was found as a stray by a Good Samaritan and brought into the Arizona Humane Society. And our fabulous veterinarian team found that she had a upper respiratory infection, so she was placed into our foster program, and now she is just ready to go into that forever home. She is just wants love. She wants to play a little bit, but then she's like, oh, you have a free hand, so why don't you just scratch me here, scratch me, and I'm just going to make bread. So if you are looking for that kitten that is really going to be super affectionate, this might be just the girl for you. As we know, sometimes cats can be a little more aloof, but she is definitely going to be one who attaches to her owners and is going to want and demand that attention, that affection, I believe. Now remember, with kittens, it's really important to keep them entertained, and when they're this young, to make sure that you train them about proper etiquette in the home, where you want them to be, where you don't want them to be, what is acceptable and what is not. And you can find out all about those tips at azhumane.org.
That's right. Thank you, Ski. Those are some great tips. And now we want to introduce you to one of our beautiful kitties who has been with us for over a month. This is 3-year-old Arabella, who was rescued from horrible hoard conditions. To give how many cats that were in there, our field crew left 15 pounds of food overnight until they could get clearance to start rescuing these kitties, and it was all gone by the morning time, which you can only imagine how many kitties were actually in there. Arabella would love a nice quiet home to relax in and forget all of her troubles of yesteryear. Meet her at our Sunny Slope location today. And before we meet our next guest, I want you to see his photo and just how cute he is in his little bow tie. What a fashionista, Lisa.
Yes, this is Tucker in person. Here he is. He was found as a stray. He's a 1-year-old Shih Tzu, and he was really in kind of rough shape. He had ticks and matting, hair coat, and those of our Shih Tzu lovers out there know these guys they require grooming, and they have sensitive eyes. They have these bulgy little eyes, which are normal for Shih Tzus, but this guy had ulcers in both of his eyes, and he had to have some drops and some antibiotic ointment, and he does suffer from dry eye, which will probably be lifelong, but it's as simple as putting little drops into his eyes to keep them moist. He's doing really well. We had to groom him up, so he's kind of in a short coat, and he's a little bit thinning because he had some ticks. It's that time of the year where the ticks are kind of rampant if you don't take care of them. So we don't know much about his personality other than since day one with us, he has been as sweet as can be. He wants to be right next to you. He's tolerated all of the handling. Eye drops are no problem for this little gentleman. So he will make somebody a wonderful companion. He's curious, he's happy, and as you can see, he wants to just come right home with just anybody today who wants to take care of this little guy.
And he can even pull off pink. I love it.
That's right.
Thank you. And this cute girl is named after one of my favorite characters from Beauty and the Beast. She's definitely a beauty, Janine.
Oh, look at, oh my gosh, she is beautiful. Her fur is like puffy, fluffy. Oh, you're just gonna die when you feel her in real life. This little girl is Toothless' sister, and she was found, you know, excuse me, into a care and play situation where the people found them in their yard, the brother and sister, and they took them in, and we gave them their supplies so they could get them healthy and of weight, and they have to usually be about 2 pounds, and that's when we spay and neuter the pets. And then if they can't find a home for them, then we will find the home for either one of them. But something unusual happened with this one. When they went to spay her, they found that she didn't have any reproductive organs. They know she's a female, but when they went in to spay her, the doctors were like, it's so rare. They were flabbergasted. They actually brought in second opinions to see if they were really seeing what they were not seeing. So it's just amazing. But she's a little teeny bit on the shy side, but just give her time and she'll warm up. She's going to be one of those like lovely lap cats that are just like calendar pretty. She's just beautiful little girl.
She is, and she's definitely one of a kind. Thank you so much, Janine. And now, what in the world can get so many AHS employees and volunteers together to be celebrating like this? We'll tell you all about it and when we get back from the break, so make sure